Yeah, I always well, not always. I don't take Methylene Blue every single day. A few
I
days a week
what
maybe.
the one time I did it, I did take it every day, but it was not for cognitive purposes. It was for mitochondrial purposes.
How'd it go?
Oh, it went amazing. That was my experiment that I ran before I started with Dom.
Were you doing
Um,
temps when you did that?
Probably like last year, maybe around like August or something like that. I did. I was taking GH, and then added some tirzepatide and some methylene blue to help
Were
my
you were you
blood.
taking your temps when you did that?
My what?
Were you taking temps when you did that?
No,
Mm.
I never take them. I
I do
don't.
because I have to.
Yeah, I think I did it once when my lab work came out before starting Windows, so I asked Justin to help me with it.
Hmm.
And then he asked me what my temps were. I'm like, let me check those and I'll get them for you. But that was the first and last time I did it.
Yeah. Were they fine
I
though?
Yeah, it was a little bit under
I
on the
mean,
starting point, like 97.4. We're talking.
that's right, and that's right in a good spot. But it's like that for everybody. Like nobody's gonna be perfect. I don't think. Not in today's day and age. Like
No.
wanting those to be in those perfect spots is like it's the same thing with everything though. You just kind of follow the trends too. From my experience, it has the people who have temps where they should be are inherently, from what I've experienced, in a better spot in terms of like metabolically and things like that. But as with everything, it's just a tool, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole purpose of the temps. But I like having data. I don't like when clients obsess over it. Like
Yeah,
they get like the same with the scale. But now we have so many more data to gather, and people have more things to obsess with, so they get like fixated on, oh, my temps are so low, and then they start stressing out, and then they go even lower, of course. And I told them, the numbers are not for you, the numbers are for me.
well, that's what I
You
was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah, you focus on nailing the plan, like get all your meals in, do your cardio, do your steps, do everything I tell you to do, and communicate if there's a problem. But the numbers, everything I have you taking for the data, they are for me. Don't stress about
yeah.
it. Don't worry about it. Forget about them. I'm
Do you
like,
have so you don't have your clients take them either ever?
no, I do. It's
Oh,
on the
you do.
spreadsheet.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but I haven't taken like
You just
I,
personally don't.
I personally don't.
I think you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm doing pretty good. Especially now, I started also with some experiments because I have a lot
Yeah,
to experiment with.
you gotta have to plug that, bro. Come on, let's start with
Yeah,
that.
it's Live Pure Peptides. It's a local company that I got in touch with the owner. She's amazing. Her and her husband were always like, were not always, but they were telling me how much they love my passion about the knowledge and my content and everything.
Hmm.
So they asked me for some back end help, hence why they got me all those goodies.
Hmm.
And then they asked me if I was working with another company or I was under a contract, and I told them no. So they gave me the offer for having my own code, and I'm like, fuck, absolutely, I would love
Heck
to.
yeah.
So yeah, live pure peptides, code LP Matias 10. It's a little bit longer code, but it's okay.
So what
And
kind of things do they have? What can I grab off of there? What
they
do you
have
recommend?
Reda, they have
They
Motzi,
do have Retta.
they do have Reda, they have Glow too.
What are the price points of those looking like?
I don't know off the top of my head, but probably around like 180 for the 10 milligrams, something like that. It's
It's
around
better.
the
That's
same.
better. No, no, it's not.
Well, but
Not
you're buying from BioLongevity Labs. That's overpriced as hell. Yeah, obviously.
so. I did. I had to. I had to know myself. I personally am a person.
Yeah.
God, that sounded dumb. I have to see to believe. I don't believe anything that I haven't seen. So for me, like the first vial of Retta that I got was from a trusted source.
Hmm.
Second vial, but I was told to get from Bio. So I got this first one, and you know how the first, I mean, shit, anybody listening to this probably knows how the first, week went with that. It was fucking
Hmm.
horrible. That was the worst week eating wise of my life. Terribly hard. After that, it's been kind of went back to normal. I still didn't have any like real food noise, any cravings, but then it had me in my head thinking like, man, what if this one isn't, as good as it should be? Bought the bio one too. So I got like 30 milligrams of Retta right now. And I bought that. I've been using that for the last week, and like there's
No
absolutely zero
difference.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah, I
won't be
started.
spending $250 on it ever again.
Yeah, no. And use my code, you can save some money. But no,
Exactly.
honestly, I started today at. Sorry, Dom. I know you said no to, but I did. I started at 100 micrograms a day. Very, very low in my opinion. I'm probably gonna bump it
Of Retta?
to 200. Yeah. So like zero point 0.1 on today, and then probably tomorrow I'll just do zero point 0.2 milligrams of a day. I'm just gonna do it a day probably.
Yeah.
Or if anything, I'll do it like 3 or 4 times a week if I get tired of doing it every day. But for now, every day. And I don't know. I just want to see how that goes. It's pretty close to the experiment that I ran back then because now I'm doing not GH, but I'm doing ipamorelin, which it doesn't increase the GH levels. It just improves the pulses.
Okay.
So whatever your natural cap would be of GH pulse, it helps reach that cap. So it's not like it
Okay.
goes on top of it like taking
Yeah,
exogenous
yeah, yeah.
GH or anything else. So I may add GH eventually. I still have a couple vials here. I just don't want to start taking that and then have to buy more and more and more stuff. So I'm just playing around with a couple of things they said to me.
And your only like downside with GH, at least from what I know, was the hand thing
Yeah,
and all that.
that was the thing is like it was the only downside, but it started being such a big thing, such a big issue that it was messing
Affecting
up my
sleep.
sleep. So it makes no point to keep it in. It's
No, no, that's I
nonsense.
mean it's
So
very counterintuitive.
very. So
Hmm.
now if I do start it, I will probably start it at 2 IUs a day,
Yeah,
maybe even split one on one and just run that for like a month and then go to three.
yeah.
And then run that for like another and so on and so on and so on. Because
Hmm.
I'm not gonna deal with that again. It's like that's such a pain in the ass, dude.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. Yeah, that would be scary a little bit too. I feel like because your
I don't
hand
know
was just
if
like going numb completely, right?
well, yeah, it was also getting like the tingly feeling.
Yeah.
And then I have to like kind of like shake it or let it hang from the bed to the
Hmm.
side. And then some blood flow will I will feel like the blood flow going back to my hand and getting the feeling back. And then it's like, okay, now I can go back to sleep. But it will become like painful at that point. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? This is
Yeah.
this is
But I
awful.
feel like that's a pretty not like a that's like a common thing, isn't it? I
Yeah,
feel like a
it
lot
is
of people
known
experience that
for GH. Yeah, it is known. It's just like some people don't get it as bad. Some people don't get it like until they
at
do
all.
very high dosages. For
Hmm.
example, John Jewett, I asked him a couple of times, even on the forums for J3U. He was like, "Yeah, I usually don't have any issues up until I go higher dosages, and even doing 7 IUs at a time, I'm fine." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Must be nice."
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, seven's a decent bit.
He was doing
That's
10.
a
He was just
decent bit.
splitting it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
hoping after this prep season, like that's the first thing that I want to add in as soon as I'm good to go.
I will go back on GH. I just need to bring my revenue up a little bit more by that.
That's another thing
Because
too. That shit's
yeah,
expensive, bro.
now if you give me to choose, first of all, you know my passion for insulin,
Yes, I do.
but also I started to like dig in a little bit more on like what would be the advantages of using a peptide that is meant more for fat loss like Retta versus insulin on an off season like on a growth phase. So
Hmm.
there are a couple of things that of course you want to consider. It's not like you're gonna get show stage lean and you're gonna stay that way.
No.
But having such being at such a low dose, it may not do much aesthetically, maybe just a little bit, but it does also help with your lipids. It does also help with your liver, keeping it healthy by helping it release the but with the glucagon aspect of the Reda,
Hmm.
and then also some cardiovascular benefits. I don't know if I mentioned that. No, probably not. So even just by those benefits already there, even if it doesn't help me stay much lean,
Hmm.
it's still good, especially in off season where food gets high, blood pressure can increase, then you're
Yeah.
pushing PDs and your lipids may get taxed. So if it helps a little bit stay a little bit healthier, then might as well.
Yeah.
And then improves insulin sensitivity too. So
That's always a that's always a benefit.
yeah,
I know that's like one of the things that will probably be in a much better spot on blood work and things because of that, which was already in a decent spot. But that, and then I just got to bring down my CRP and we'll be fine. But that was one of
yeah.
the things on my blood work that he was, because we had Retta in for not very long, but a little bit.
So
And he was
actually,
talking about those lipids and
I
liver.
would, yeah, I would recommend you to next when you run out, switch to tirzepatide for a little bit.
I talked to the guy that I get my Retta from, not the bio, but the guy
Hmm.
I get it from, actually sent me that probably a similar study to what you're thinking of if you have one in mind. But he sent me something the other day and was like, "Dude, I'm about to switch back to tirzepatide because it's." And he sent me this study that was done on those two, like comparative for like fat loss, and I think it was Retta maybe had more like appetite suppressant things, but in
Yeah,
terms of
well,
fat
right.
loss, other way around.
Yeah.
Tirzepatide does more. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember what it said exactly.
So Reta would be more targeted to fat loss, but then again, I was talking this with the owner of the company, of the peptide company, is when you have, not that is your case, obviously, but when you have a heavy person that is trying to lose the first 15, 20 pounds, going for tirzepatide is going to be much better because, yeah, you don't have the fat burning aspect from the glucagon agonist, but the hunger suppression is higher. And tirzepatide, for I don't know the exact reason, has a much better effect on inflammation.
Okay.
So it helps you reduce inflammation a bunch. That's why I was saying for you to try it to help that because CRP is an inflammative
Yeah.
marker or whatever it's called. But not that you need to lose fat, but for that purpose. So it does help a lot when it comes to more obese people and stuff dealing with more predominant health cases, not so much trying to lose fat or get ready for a show. In that case, yeah,
Hmm.
Reda will be fine. But
Yeah.
if you want to fix any other health marker, probably tirzepatide would be best. Ozempic, don't even touch it.
One thing I worry about is like, I mean, I guess for a person that is like that overweight, it might not be the case. But like for a person like me whose appetite is already rough,
Yeah,
that isn't something that like if I
cause
wasn't if I wasn't a bodybuilder, like we were talking about things that are counterintuitive earlier, like taking a person who is obese, like we're probably eating a lot of shitty foods, we're obviously, yeah, we're overweight and we have these super high like hunger signalings and stuff like that, and that will be good. But if those get crushed too much, then they can't eat enough. Like, have you ever used it in or have any experience in that regard to where it's like somebody that is like fairly a good bit overweight, we need them to eat healthy foods and
yeah,
get those micronutrients in. But if their appetite, like if I wasn't a bodybuilder and I took that shit and I never bodybuilded and I'm just a guy who's trying to get lean, dude, I wouldn't have eaten at all, like minimal.
nada.
And that can do just as much damage as you know like, well, maybe not just as much as eating too much bullshit, but you know what I mean. Like, it
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah.
counterproductive too. So I haven't used it in anybody that's like that overweight, so I'm not sure.
Well, I only have one person that would enter that. Oh, let's call it
Category.
qualification category. There you go. Thank you. But we did start with Reda, so maybe once he's done with that, I'll have him switch to tirzepatide. But I've had someone who started with Reda at like I believe 2 milligrams it was at a time. It was a while ago, and it no hunger whatsoever. Like they could not eat, and I told them
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
this happens, do not force your food down. Just let me know
Yeah.
because now if they're nauseous and they don't have any appetite and then they force food in, then it's going to just be much worse. So
Mm-hmm.
don't force feed. If anything, just switch to shakes for the time being. The feeling will go away as the week goes by, and once you tell me, I will know, so that way I don't keep telling you to do another 2 milligram dose. So when that happens, usually it's your threshold. You just passed it for a while, for a good amount, so you want to pull back down. In this case, we went to 1 milligram, and it was better, but it was still there.
I was gonna say that's my
So
threshold.
yeah,
Apparently, is 1 mig.
it could
One
be.
mig. Yeah, because that's all I was doing was 10 units, and I fucking, dude. And I guess that's a. This is why it's always good to talk things through, because you think of things that you're not going to think of inside your own head. But like I wasn't even thinking like, oh shit, that went away for me with inside of a week. So it's like, my appetite's back to normal, even with switching
Yeah.
to the other kind, and like it doesn't really change now. But now with where my food's at, I'm gonna start getting really hungry, bro.
Did it drop from last week too?
Oh yeah.
Where's it at?
So I had 70 grams of sourdough taken out, which is like 40 grams of carbs. I had both meals. My pre-workout and my post-workout were the only meals that had carbs left, except for my last meal of the day had like 100 grams of fruit in it, which is
Yeah.
like 12 carbs. So my pre and my post were the only real meals that I had like true carbs in, and those dropped from 350 to 200 and from 450 to 200.
Oh,
So, yeah.
yeah, there's a big drop.
Yeah, dude. But like, I mean, I mean, I'm probably gonna be ready if I pick the latest show. I'm gonna be ready early, most likely at this point. Looking at it, like, I mean, I've dropped 10 pounds in the first fucking 2 weeks. So, like, I woke up this morning at 247. I haven't been 247 since I was wrongly mistaking my weight with my broken scale, which was like a couple months ago. But so yeah, I've dropped about 10 pounds in the last week and a half, 2 weeks,
Did
something
you
like that.
start taking anything else, or is there any plan to take anything else?
Yes. So I have Master on hand that he is going to put in. I believe Anadraw is going to be in the mix. So what he told me to get was Retta, Glow, Anadraw, Mass, Test, obviously. And he did tell me I could do GH, but I'm not spending my money on that right now.
No slew?
Oh yes, but that was already in. I've been taking
All
Slew
right.
for a long time, bro.
Really?
Yes, yes, like a
You should
long
take a
time.
break.
Like I that was my question too, but like because that was the thing, bro. Is like he told me we need to get Slew in, and I was like, I've been taking Slew, bro. He told me to take that like a year ago, and you never told me to stop. So same with 5 amino.
Yeah.
But I'm about out of 5 amino, and he didn't say to keep taking that, so I'm not going to keep taking that.
So
Shit's
like, all right,
expensive.
not that one. Yeah, they're both expensive, and honestly, I have the injectable one, and I've been like scratching my head on like, okay, what's the equivalent? Because the injectable ones, I think they are like 10 milligrams, and in pills, it's a 50 milligram pill.
Of 5 amino?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, not Slew. Slew's 250 or
No. Slew, but
500.
Slew is 250 micrograms, and then I
True,
think I
true.
saw, for example, from amino acidum, they were 10 milligrams. So that would make sense, right?
Hmm.
But here is like you have 50 milligram cap and 10 milligram vial. I'm like, there has to be an equivalent. And
Yeah,
speaking it with Dom, he's like, yeah, probably. So you will start taking by like 5 milligrams or so. I'm like, what? I'm taking a vial every 2 days?
yeah. There's no way.
No, there has to
Wait, do you
be,
have to reconstitute it?
yeah, but still. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter if you put 1 or 2 mLs. Is the vial itself is 10 milligrams, so five
yeah. You're right.
milligrams would be half of whatever
Yeah,
you put.
yeah.
So it's like there it has to be less. I'm still kind of like trying to figure that out. I may just go for it and try with one of them and split it like into tens, so 1 milligram a day. See if that does anything, but it cannot be 5 milligrams.
Have you ever used 5 amino before?
Yeah, I did.
Did you feel something before?
No, you're not supposed to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like for you, like what are you looking out for? Like if you
Well,
start with one, what is going to be the telltale for you that like it's doing what you need it to do?
as of now, I don't want to start it because I just started Reda, so I want that to kick in a little bit. But then when everything is stable, let's say my weight is increasing steady, red eye is in, I'm not increasing that, whatever. But then I bring 5 amino and then I see my weight starting to drop or my insulin sensitivity starting to get lower, like my fasted blood glucose starts to get lower and my composition gets better. Then those are the signs that it's like, okay, it's working. You won't
Yeah, I
feel
never noticed
anything.
any of that.
Well, because you were trying also to like put size, but if your
Oh,
digestion is
you're
going
still
well,
in like a cutting point.
no. I'm talking like I'm in a off season. So if I see like my body composition staying in a good point, then that's a good sign. It's going. And another way to tell that is like if my weight is kind of like climbing slowly and then starts to drop once I bring that in, or if it's climbing and then kind of like slows down on the way up, so it doesn't go up as fast. Those will be the one. And if not, the other one's pricking your finger. If one
Hmm.
week I'm like on the 85s average, and then the next week after I start the 5 amino, I start going to like 80s or high 70s, then it's doing something.
Yeah, yeah,
But then again, I don't know. It's a very interesting thing. So I may start playing with it, and also I'm probably gonna do a giveaway. Because some of the things they were like, I will just give you a couple extra things in case you wanna either play with it or do a giveaway. I'm
yeah.
like,
I
well,
mean, it looks
giveaways
like
are
you got a ton of shit.
bro. I did. Um, so yeah, I'm probably gonna do a giveaway with some BPCs and tirzepatide. So if you wanna participate to get the tirzepatide, there you go.
I'm down. Yeah, 100%, bro.
I'm
100%.
gonna
That's
I'm gonna find out what is those one of those pages where you put the post and they do the raffle for itself. Like they randomly pick a thing.
yeah.
Uh,
You can do like a spin wheel too.
yeah, those ones.
Yeah,
I just need to find the website and then do the whole put the link or whatever, however it works. But yeah, no, I want to make like a nice post of announcing the partnership and whatnot, and then doing a giveaway to honor that.
yeah. That'll be
Um,
sick.
yeah, it will be. I don't think anyone does a There's a giveaway, so that'll be a first.
I haven't seen that yet. It will be. Yeah,
That'll be cool.
that would be very cool. Put it on TikTok too. I swear to
Well,
God, them little gremlins on TikTok love anything you can inject into your body, bro. Anything.
TikTok is something else, dude. I swear to God.
I know. Did you see the post I made last night about
I
TikTok on my story? Dude, every single time I post it, okay, not every single time, but very like multiple times I posted videos, I get the fucking unk thing every time. Like, dude,
I did see that.
how old do I look, bro?
You do look older, but you do not look older than me.
Like it's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. But I mean I thought we were about the same age whenever, which it's not that we're not that far apart, but I guess I'm bad at telling that. I guess I
Yeah,
don't know.
we all suck. But no, what I was gonna say. Oh, another thing that I've been seeing on TikTok is the science lifters.
Okay, so I had a conversation with one of my with one of the just a coach that I know that is the good kind of science based. If
Yeah,
that, but and this is I said this to him too. Is like a lot of the guys who are like super against that don't know that they are actually just science based too. They're just not fucking using a Bluetooth handle to do a fucking. Have you seen those videos? They literally grab a handle attached to nothing, and then they have the cuff on their thing.
yeah,
And they're doing lateral raises. I'm like, dude. But I asked him the same thing. I was like, what do you think about the depths that some of these kids are going to? Because I really think it's just rage bait. I really do. I don't think that there's one of them that's really big. His name's his Instagram and TikTok is Yo Talks, and he's just a scrawny fucking kid, and he made a video and he was like, do you think he was like, you guys actually enjoy training? He's like, I don't. He was like, I mean, going to the gym is fine, but like I don't get super excited to go train. Like nobody gets excited to train. And a guy stitched the video and was like, you look like you don't like training. Like we can tell. You know what I mean? And it's just like, even if you told me that the way that they train is going to make me fucking Ronnie Coleman, I'm not training like that because it's over the top and it's fucking boring. Pick some fucking heavy ass weight up, dude.
Bro, you take longer trying to get all the setup.
than just doing your fucking and then you have them come in and they're like fucking more than 5 reps is bad for you and like you should be I'm like oh my god I'm gonna freak out. This one dude made a video and was like Ronnie Coleman was huge and stuff, but like he could have been so much better if he just trained science base. Get the fuck off the internet.
I mean, he ain't wrong, but he wouldn't be Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman is one of the biggest humans at his peak I've
Yeah.
ever seen in my life. It's just
What I'm saying is there are many, 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 many podcasts that they speak about this. Like he could have trained
oh,
smarter or lighter
everyone
or
knows that. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
He
he could
trained
have
like a
carried
power lifter that
himself.
wanted to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And that but that's why he's can't walk. So but for me it's not necessarily oh my god, he needs to train like these fucking twink fucks that are putting on
No.
you know what I mean? Like he didn't need to
No
go
one
that
needs
far.
to.
But at the end of the day, that is my point is like no matter how good they do what they're doing, that raw passion plus raw fucking
Sheer
genetics.
grind. Yeah.
Well, it just the genetics, the passion, the work ethic that he had that's gonna blow all of theirs out of the water. Like that's gonna beat their shit every single time. And that's why I feel like training can be refined, but at the end of the day, like there's dudes that I know that not that I know personally, but you see this all the time that like actually I do know a couple of these guys personally. They go into prison and they're not really anything. And like half the time, sometimes they got some weights in there, but most of the time they don't because they'll kill each other with them. So they're in there doing fucking calisthenics and stuff, and they come out jacked and they ramen noodles and Snickers bars for the entire sentence. It's like there is perfect ways to do things, but that does not mean that these lower tier in terms of science based stuff isn't going to work. You know what I mean? If you go in and you go crazy hard and you pick up some heavy ass weight, maybe you can't walk by the time you're 60, but you are gonna get jacked as long as you eat food and do
Yeah.
that. But it bugs me because I feel like bodybuilding and fitness in general has been taken in such a. We talked about this on another podcast. It's just going in a direction that's just like we get so far away from like the base of the core of what things were supposed to be and supposed to be about, and it's just like, why are we taking it this far? You know?
Yeah, I don't. I going back to what you said, of like believe it's rage bait. I don't know. Sometimes I think these kids truly believe what they're doing, and it's like I know sometimes Phil Viz in his Instagram he green screens the videos and he
Oh
posts
yeah, I
it
love
out.
Phil Biz.
Dude, it's fucking amazing, and
Yeah.
some people do apologize, which is great. Like, sorry, I did believe this was the right way. Whatever. Some others green screen Phil calling him out or trying to call him out because you literally cannot call out Phil. It's like there's nothing you can say about him. Like he's gonna be right
Yeah.
or he will apologize, but 9 out of 10 times he's right. So it's like, what are you doing? But then
It,
going back to the training aspect is you know Jordan Hutchinson?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
So
yeah, I know Jordan Hutchinson.
yeah, the
Yeah.
progress he made in this past year from
Was
last
crazy.
Texas Pro to this last couple shows, he explained it to one, I think it was a podcast or an Instagram, but he was doing, for example, out of 3 sets, one like old school bodybuilding style, like grind the hell out
Dude,
of it.
yeah.
But then the other two, he would pull the weight down and he would be like perfect, like
Yeah.
not as like Nick Walker kind of perfect, but very controlled, very methodical, stuff like that. And you see his progress, and it's like, are you gonna say something to him? Like, fuck.
That's exactly and I've had this conversation with people with clients a lot too. That is exactly how I started training about honestly, I was doing it a little bit before you made my program, but
Mm,
especially since you made my program because I stopped doing unbelievable volume that I was doing before that.
yeah.
That is exactly how I train. You mostly have on that program that you put on there for me. There's some that are like drop set or rest pause here and there, but most of them are like 2 top sets, right? So majority of them, I do 3 sets, and one of those sets is that like I'm not gonna say like my form is only, like 40-50% correct. Like it's definitely still on the higher end, but I'm not worrying about being perfect. I'm just like, let me fucking move this weight around,
Yeah.
because I got to a point where I was getting too nitpicky with my training, and I stopped connecting, especially with back. I stopped connecting with my back movements like altogether. I don't know why, but as soon as I started training like that, like my back days, I finally started to feel something again.
Hmm.
So I think there is, this goes, and this is part of the conversation I was, having with the other coach when we were talking about the science based stuff, is like, that's the basis of, I feel like, our entire society. Like nobody can understand that there's probably some good, there's two sides to every story. Like there's probably, both groups probably have something to offer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that one side or no side kind of dumbass mentality that it's like, dude, if you guys brought your fucking shit together and compromise, you're probably going to get a lot better results. So
Their
it's like
ego
that,
won't let them though.
dude. And I've always operated off of just like, and don't get me wrong, just because you're big doesn't mean you know what you're talking about, whatever. But like, dude, I've listened to jacked dudes my entire time in the gym, and it has not failed me. So you know what I mean? Like there's a, you can see a clear difference between idiots and people who really just love to train and love training
Yeah.
with that like raw intensity. But yeah, I don't get it. I'll never understand the hating on the people that have done so much and more than you, have grown so much more than you. There's only some times where I agree with some of those people. Like I saw somebody stitch a video of Honey, uh, and he was having somebody do some exercise, and it definitely wasn't the way that I would do it. Just put it that way. And it's like everybody's in the comments like, "Oh, well, he's got this many titles and this and this and that," and like, yeah, sure, but that doesn't mean he can't be wrong either, right? I think that again, both sides. There's two sides of the story, right? If you if you claim you're right just because, well, here's the science and blah, 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 but this guy claims he's right just because he's bigger, like you're both egotistical. Like neither
Yeah.
of you are looking at the other one and being like, okay, well, this part of this part and this part I agree with, this part and this part you should probably change. Like there's never that interaction whatsoever. It's just you're wrong, or you're stupid, or you're too small to have an opinion, which that most of the time is true. It's not
Exactly.
always true that the bigger
That's a
guy's
very
right,
good
but
determining factor. But here's the thing. Yeah, Hanny could be wrong, but with his given history, what are the chances that he is wrong? Like honestly speaking, like that's where the thing comes in. It's like, yeah, everyone could be wrong. Like I could be wrong, you could be wrong, Hanny, Chris Bumstead, like everyone could be wrong. But if they've been doing it for so long and they have had such a success by doing so, then what are the odds they are actually wrong? Speaking about that specific topic, right? But then I also say, for example, in this other case, let's say, typical example, you see the woman with huge like glutes. Let's be proper. Let's be technical. Huge glutes, saying like, "Oh, you need this exercise to grow your glutes," like the little delicate flour cake bags. But then in reality, what they were doing prior to doing the delicate flour cake bags were they were hip thrusting 2 or 3 plates per side on a bar with proper technique. They were squatting heavy. They were putting more plates on the leg press, and they were pushing themselves before doing the funny stuff or the fancy
yeah.
stuff. So those are the things that I have trouble with. Is like, is that really what got the big glutes, or
Yeah.
is that really what got you the big arms? Like, come on. So training methodologies for people do change, and when they claim what they're doing now has got them the results that they have from what they were doing before, that's where the conflict comes in, and that's where
Hmm.
they are, in this case with this topic, wrong.
Yeah.
And another thing is like that you were talking about the sheer intensity. I'm probably like in that place. I'm torn because I love training like Nick Walker. I love being like super slow, like feeling it burn through the reps. But then I know I could have probably gotten a couple more reps if I was being a little bit less strict
Hmm.
and a little bit more aggressive towards it. So I'm trying to find my sweet medium, but it's like I really like that kind of training, the slow and control, and just reach failure that way. But it's gonna take me a much longer time on the set, let's say, than if I was just a little bit faster on the eccentric, not too much pauses at the bottom, and yada yada. So I'm like,
Just try mixing it in. Like I said, like how we were talking about Justin, or what I was saying, how I train. Like that's because I was in that exact position too, and I finally just kind of let go of my perfectionism and
mm,
compromise with myself. Like, okay, I'll not be perfect. One set and two sets, I'll be fairly strict, and that for me has been more fun,
yeah,
at
it's
least.
mostly tempo more
Hmm.
than perfect. The form will be the same, but it's just the speed of the reps.
Yeah, no, that's what I
And
mean.
that's the thing, is like what you just said right now is like it's more fun. For me, that is fun. For me, like slowing the hell out of it is fun. I could do like 6 plates on the hack squat. I've done it before and speed it up a little bit and still have control. But if I really want to slow it down and just suffer, I need to pull back down to like 5, maybe 4 to get
Yeah.
that same amount of reps. So it's a drastic drop. But I still have more fun on being that way. I So here's my thing. I hate hack squatting heavy because of the risks that it comes with it, right? One little slip and your knee's gone. It could happen. It could also happen on the leg press, but hack squat is a little bit more popular when it comes to knee injuries, right?
Hmm.
So that's when it's like I would have put the 6 plate. I would have put the quarter pound in it on top of that, and I will look at my watch and my heart rate will start going 110, 120 without even stepping on the machine from the anxiety that it would give me. And some people say it's good, but also it's like come on, one little thing and then your career is gone, at least for a good amount of months. God forbid you need to have surgery or whatnot.
I highly appreciate you making me think about that.
And with your passion for leg day.
Hey, bro, passion or not, hate it or
But
not,
that's the
at least
thing.
the work still gets done.
Yeah, then you see Nick Walker training and growing with just 4 plates per side on the hack squat. So why not us?
He's always been notorious for that, though. He's the one person people pick out all the time for
Ish.
that.
He is right now, but he's not always been like that. And I asked him this question, a Q&A he posted. I asked him, like, do you think you could have gotten to the point that you're at right now if you would have not lifted as heavy as you did before? And he replied, like, he gave a very long answer, like, not long explaining, but his thought process. He's like, I got this question asked so many times, and the truth is, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
Like,
know.
you
You have
will
no
never know.
idea.
Like, he said, like, that training, he gives credit to it, but then also is like, he could have probably cut up at the same time, maybe like no, sorry, not at the same time, at the same size, maybe taking a little bit longer, but having a more balanced physique throughout because of all the imbalances he said he had because of that. So it's just like, do you need that kind of sheer intense training and just put on like stack weight on top and lift as heavy as you can smartly, and then later on once you reach the size you can pull back a little bit and be more
That was the
controlled.
exact point that I was about to make. I feel like there are levels to it. Because here's my thing is, I don't think for the majority of people that it is beneficial to start out trying to train with that, like, just like animal,
Hmm.
intensity in the gym. Because at least for me and a lot of people that I've seen, like, you don't, would you say that you, this is kind of a trick question, but would you say that you know where your absolute, like, failure point is right now?
No.
Why or why not? Or why?
Well, it depends on what kind of failure we're talking about. It's gonna be like, okay, if I keep the form as perfect as I can, this is my failure. But if I break the form a little bit, I can probably crank a couple more reps.
And for your, so in my opinion, you're going to, as long as you're actually progressing, growing, whatever,
Mhm.
that, like, threshold is going to continue to grow,
Yeah.
like, with you. So one, you're probably never, you shouldn't ever have like a, like a certain intensity point that like you're good if you do that forever, because like as you grow and as you get stronger, like that point has to go up, right? Your
Yeah.
threshold, your pain threshold, all that stuff is going to rise, right? Especially if you're someone who hasn't started really going to the gym seriously yet. Like your pain threshold for the average human being is going to be super low. Like that's why you see so many people in there just kind of like, because they don't really get it. So it's like if I were to tell someone to do that right off the bat, it's like I think it's a good idea to go in those phases to where you start off very like strict in terms of really getting your form and tempo down, learning what true intensity is, learning, how to actually run through a set, how to make it be super slow, how to do all of those little things that are going to allow you to lift safely but super fucking heavy and super intense. Right? Like if I went straight to balls, actually I kind of did do I hurt my back really bad in the first like year of me lifting from deadlifting.
Mm.
I didn't take the time I was just doing fucking Instagram workouts and shit. You know what I mean? And I had deadlifted a couple times in football practice in high school. So I was like, fuck it. I was really strong on that. Let me do that. Like ego shit. And it wasn't until I hurt my back that I'd really pull back and really learn those basics. And I've not really ever been injured since. So it's like, I think there's phases, like you said, like, utilize those things. And once you get to a certain point, maybe you have to, refine a little bit. Right. But also people probably aren't ever going to get to that like Nick Walker stage to where like a lot of the things I see on the internet are such minute details, especially within the science-based people thing. It's like, dude, you don't even have a physique that where I feel like you need to worry about that much right now.
Yeah.
Like, let's build like a base before you're worrying about fucking perfect motor,
I get
motor
I
unit
get that a
recruitment and
lot.
shit.
Like people not saying that I'm big, but people not like
Okay,
smarter than I.
let's not be super humble, all right? Pretty
No, but
fucking
it's like
jacked.
I'm looking at Nick Walker too.
I
So it's
know, I
like,
know.
okay, that's big, but that's what she said. Anyway, I get people saying it's like, yeah, I want to bring up my chest more and whatnot. I'm like, you need to bring everything up.
Everything, yeah, dude. Like,
Like, I'm, dude. I say this because I was that person. I told
mhm.
Matt, my previous coach, I want to bring up my chest more or my arms more or how. No, it was with my quadricep. How do we bring my quadricep like make it bigger? He's like, bro, your legs are great compared to the rest of the body, but you still need to grow your legs in general. So focus on that, and then we'll focus on the little details as we get bigger towards the goal. But in the
Yep.
meantime, there's no point of you focusing on your chest when you lack also shoulders and back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be so unproportional anyway. So it's like just grow everything, and later on we can focus on what's truly lacking because
Hmm.
your chest might grow. Like as I told, it's like before, prior my shoulders were a little bit dominant. Now my chest picked up a good amount, so that is much proportional to compared to my shoulders, and my arms are catching up too. And I'm like, okay, and I'm not really, no, I don't even have an arm day, even though all the people say like open bodybuilders should have an arm day. I don't have one yet. I guess I'm not an open bodybuilder, maybe, but
Neither
whatever.
do
But
I. I
my
miss
arms
it.
are catching up eventually, and it's good to see. Same as my calves. God bless. So it's just like as you go, first grow everything,
Hmm.
and then later on, if you're even a competitor, because if you're not a competitor, then why would you need a bigger chest?
Yeah.
As
Why
long
are
as
we
you have
worried
a
about
well-defined
singular
chest,
body parts? Yeah.
yeah, like no one cares unless it's your legs that are falling apart because you don't train them. Then that's something else. But if you're not a competitor, you don't need to be you don't need to be proportional or worrying about those tiny details if you're not even going to be judged on those.
And even most competitive, like I'm not okay. Besides my legs, I'm not super worried about like bringing up these. Like I just need size everywhere. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. I'm not like, and I'm 6'3". Well, I was 250. Like, and I'm still like there's everywhere needs growth. So yeah, people again, we know this. People are so unrealistic with time frames of things. It's like
Oh,
I just wish there was. I wish there was a supplement I could give every client that would just ground them in reality a little bit, so they're okay in their head. Like, yeah, this is going to take me like 5 years. That's fine. Like, if everybody had that mentality, the world would be a much better place. But they have the worst, the worst I've ever seen this was in person fucking training. Do you know how many times, for anybody who doesn't know, I worked at a fucking Crunch in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is like the furthest thing you can get from like anybody in a fitness community. But like I would have guys literally sit down and like one guy had a picture of Batman, like legit, like the guy that played, and not like the just the guy that played Batman in the movie, but like him in his suit and shit, and was like, I want to look like this. Fuck what? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then, I have questions on there like, what's your timeline? And dude's like 6 months. I'm like, what the? You're not even gonna. You might put on 5 pounds of muscle in those 6 months. Like, I know what you're about to go out here and eat because It's not online coaching. It's in person training.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's just so annoying because it's I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And then I have the ones that really hurt where it's like I had a client tell me yesterday, he was like, "Man, I just want to look like the Trend Twins." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm right here. Like I'm right. Go fucking hire the Trend Twins, bro." Like, holy shit, what are you talking about? Like those are always the ones where like, "Yeah, man, like, I want to look like this guy and this guy." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I look like shit. Thanks for reminding me."
Well, it's like saying like sebum, and it's like, yeah, man, yeah, we all do.
I had a client send me a picture of a bodybuilder that like just competed. It was like, this is what I want to look like. And I'm like, and he wanted to do a show within, the next like 15 weeks or something. And it was just like, dude, you've been lifting for like a couple years, man. Like this is a pro fucking bodybuilder. What are we, you're not going to look like that. I don't like nothing I do. I can give you trend, GH, and max those bitches out, and you're not going to look like that. So I don't know what to tell you. This probably isn't a good path for you to go down if that's your ideology. So I'm just trying to look a little better than what I did last time on stage, and right now I'm not even sure about how that's going to go. I'm in the worst part of prep, dude.
I think that people will realize that, like competitors will realize that once they get on stage, once they diet down.
But that's it, like, and
then
that's why
they realize that eating carbs and carving up do not pop them up as much as
yeah, and that's why the one thing I'm grateful for is the mentality I've had around bodybuilding since I started. It was like I wasn't immersed in all of this fitness shit on the social media when I started lifting. So I didn't have I've told you this before, like I didn't know what bodybuilding was really when I first got into like my first prep.
Yeah.
So I didn't have these outlandish fucking, because you see every day like, oh, this influencer got their pro card, and like, yeah, they hand those out like fucking candy now, but still it's still not an easy thing to do. But you see these guys who are like, yeah, they've been working out for a couple years, they post a couple videos, and like all of a sudden they got fucking pro cards, and like to the person watching it feels like, oh, I could do that too. It's like you're so far, not that you can't get there, but like you're way further away than you actually think. And like when I did my first shows, like I had zero expectations. And I feel like so many people these days have expectations. I have no idea what is going to happen at my, show or two shows this year. And I don't really give a fuck. I don't care to an extent.
Yeah,
Of
no,
course,
yeah, we got it.
Of course I want to win. But like, dude, if I lose, honestly, great. Because not gonna lie, I need a little bit of fire right now. You know what I mean? Like, either way, it's going to be a good experience because I'm going to give everything to. I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna do my prep 100%, do everything I need to do. I'm not missing cardio. I'm not missing steps. I'm not missing food. I'm not missing Supps, anything like that. And it's just like you have to understand that that's your win. Like that is your win. The amount of people that drop out of shows every fucking year, every show is a lot. Your win is getting up there. And then if you get fucked up, ask the judges why you got fucked up and
like
fix
as
it.
long as you gave your full effort and you nailed everything, like could you have done anything better? If the answer is yes, you need to do better for the next time. But honestly, and if the answer is no, you will find a little bit of frustration from not winning if you actually gave your all and you still didn't win. But that's not up to you then. Like if you do everything that you should have done, and maybe like even more, like maybe a couple of extra steps or whatever, but if you do everything and you
Always.
cross all the boxes, then everything, whatever happens at the show, it's up to whoever shows up and the judges. That is all. Like you have absolutely no control whatsoever over that.
Yeah.
So then it's like you gave everything. That's your best. Okay, now on to the next thing, and you better be better.
Yeah, and that's what, like, I'm a very like, that's my biggest thing I have to work on is like how I handle stress and mitigate stress, and or how I don't mitigate stress. But
Vodka.
like where, hell no. Um, but like that's an area when I only have stress because I know I didn't do everything I could have, or like every area that stresses me out in my life is I could trace back to I could have done more here, and there. Like that's, to me, that's what's the like stress, and like those normal stress and anxiety. Like that's really what it is. It's just like you need to or could do more. In this scenario, like I know, like you said, I did every last prep. I did literally every little thing I could have done. I was working a job where I was door knocking, so I was in the car all day, walking around. I ate my cold meals every 4 meals a day, freezing cold. Went to the gym after 10-hour shifts. Like you do that, it doesn't really matter. Like at the end of the day, because like you said, you did everything you could. So yeah, I didn't even come close to winning that show. Not
Yeah.
even kind of, and it was
For
zero.
me, yeah. Sorry, what?
I was just gonna say, like, there was zero, poor, like, bad emotions after that. Even though I
Yeah.
didn't win the show.
For me, I relate on the zero emotions after. Like everything after that was very proud. But when it comes to my stress, for me is the future. Like thinking about what could I do better, what could I do a little bit more, what could happen if I do this or stuff. Just that anxiety that creeps in. That's what gets my stress high. So then I say vodka jokingly, but not jokingly either. Like
Yeah,
on the show night before, like I had like a little glass of vodka. I think it was like 60 ml, something like that, like a shot probably, 2 ounces or whatever. And that honestly helped me up a lot when it comes to just quieting my mind and going to sleep. Of course, I didn't sleep because of the emotions of like,
yeah,
I'm so excited to get on stage. But even the very next day, between pre-judging and finals, I told my coach, like, "Hey, do you mind if I uh, replace a little bit of water with some vodka so I can?" Because he told me, "He's like, go back to a hotel, eat, lay in bed, and try to sleep." So I asked him, like, "Do you mind if I do this?" He's like, "No, you're good. Go for it." Bro, I knocked out. I had the best sleep ever, probably, and I woke up dry as fuck.
yeah,
I swear to God. And then I was like, yeah, I was a fucking string noodle, like straight up and down, barely any shape. But I was so peeled, bro, like out of my fucking mind. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's fucked up. That's what's up. I fucking did that. I did everything I could. And my coach told me, he's like, I love how you execute everything to the very perfection, and that showed up in the condition that you had today. You nailed everything to the T. I couldn't have asked for more. I'm very proud of you, and congratulations. Now you can enjoy
yeah,
your dinner.
yeah,
So it's just a matter of like that. If that is just nail your things to do, cross all the boxes, cross the T's, dots the I, whatever you want to call it, and everything besides that, it's not really on your hands.
yeah,
It's either the judge's decision based on who else shows up, or based on what their preference is that day. Like if they didn't get a little bit of a happy ending last night and they're in a bad mood, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. So it's out of your control.
hopefully not. God,
Yeah, you
hopefully
never
every
know.
judge at the show must won the night before, so they're not angry. I forgot about the alcohol pre-show. I'm not doing it. I refuse.
I can see that. It's
I haven't drank in a long, like, it's been, I think, over 2 years.
yeah. I think we spoke about this. That it makes sense. I personally, after seeing Regan's peak, I personally would prefer to do wine. Plus, I enjoy that better than fucking straight ass Tito's. That is not enjoyable whatsoever at
I
all.
just told myself I wasn't gonna take a sip of alcohol until I became a pro. It's
That's fine.
unfortunate.
You don't need alcohol. Alcohol is just a way to decompress and relieve some stress. That's all.
Yeah,
It does help with like a little bit the
I got
diuretic
something else for
effect and
that.
whatever. Well, I mean, if it works, it works. But
I got my
alcohol
vegetables for all that.
is just a means to an end. There you go. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
And there's a thousand
100%.
ways to skin a cat.
Sure,
But
sure.
that
That's a
was
little bit.
yeah.
That's a little bit of a dark analogy, but yeah.
Isn't that what Americans say? Hey, I'm American now. I can say that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. They say a lot of things that you probably don't want to say, though. So
I definitely know I should not use certain words in my speaking. So unless given permission by someone out of that classification. So I'm like,
I'll give you the pass, man. Go ahead.
no, I can't say it. I'm gonna
Look,
get
man, you're
fucked,
not
dude.
you're not originally, you're not originally from here, so it's a pass. And
Well, actually, speaking of which, there's a video of this Mexican guy saying that word to like the press or like getting recorded, and someone walks behind. Is like, "You say what? You say what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I say this. I'm Mexican. I'm Latino. I can do it." And the guy was like, "Hey, what the?" And they started like this.
yeah, I swear it's like if that's 90% of black people. I feel like. I mean, at this point, dude, I see there's rappers that are white rappers that make music videos and they got tons of black people behind them, and they're saying, I'm like, dude, okay, that point, don't ever be offended. None of us can be offended if anybody said, like, if you're condoning it, the fuck do you expect? But I don't really give a shit anymore. You can't fight them all, dude. So it's just like, all right, well,
Oh, he said it. Oh, okay, cool.
ouch, hurts so
I,
bad,
I
dude.
oh really?
No, that was
Oh,
sarcasm. I could give a fuck.
I was like, my mind was in somewhere else completely. And I'm like, oh shit. Uh, Bro, I swear to God, I want a coffee so fucking bad right now.
You got
Dude, I
27 days left.
yeah, dude, I cracked a Diet Coke open at 9:30 in the morning. No caffeine though, zero caffeine one. But I'm like, I need something, and the tea ain't it.
Damn, you're addicted to that caffeine, huh?
I just love the flavor. It was a nice habit. I can go without caffeine. I can drink decaf all day. I don't care. I just
Mm-hmm.
like the warmth of that black elixir.
We've almost bought decaf so many times just to drink it at night. Like,
I have decaf. Do I use
yeah,
it for my creamies.
smart, actually.
You put chocolate protein and then some decaf coffee, and you have mocha.
Hmm.
You put vanilla protein and a good amount of coffee, and then you have a nice tiramisu.
Never thought about that.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm in the wrong industry. I should be something in the kitchen industry, which it's coming.
Dude, you know who Cooking for Gains is?
Yeah, the one who beat his wife.
Yes. You should be like that, but without beating your wife.
I was gonna say, whoa.
He also has scammed a lot of people.
I've heard. I've
A
heard.
lot of people. But my point was, he's a fucking almost billionaire, and all he did was cook on his fucking channel. So
See, that's the thing. I like cooking, but I will not. I don't like
that's
to
not a
deviate
hobby
it
you
from
want to
the plan.
monetize. Yeah,
No,
but
I like cooking
you have
like
family,
itself.
and you can just give it to other people. You don't have to eat it, but you enjoy the act of cooking, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, but it's also a thing where it's like this is just as well as I do. It's like we do this because we have a passion for the body, but once you monetize what you're passionate about, there's a lot of things that come with that. Like if you're doing it to like, oh, I'm gonna start posting these, and like maybe at first it's like fun, then you get some traction, and now all of a sudden you've got a
They
million
become.
followers and you're selling something, and now it becomes I have to do this you know
Yeah, it kind of
so
like gets. Um, I can't find the word or the expression, but it kind of like that passion kind of goes away when that happens.
hmm yeah.
But there's the thing: is like the the project that I showed you.
hmm
That one got me excited, and it's not something. It's something that I am excited about, and then the purpose is the monetization of it because it's gonna be a good to be sold. It's
Of
not like
course. Yeah.
so that's something entirely different.
Yeah, that's not
I don't know.
like you making art with food. You know what I mean? Like it's not a. That's going to be you're making the same thing over and over again, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But besides that, yeah, for the food, it's just like
That's
I
what
don't
I'll
know.
be buying.
Hopefully,
No, not hopefully. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking.
yeah.
I don't want to
I
say.
just
I can't say too much. I can't say too much, but just
say
know that
it'll be soon. I'm working on the packaging. I need to buy like the package for me to put it, so then you don't get a
yeah,
Ziploc baggie. Um,
shit. However you need to start it, bro. I know it's gonna
I
be good.
I know no, but at least like to start selling it, not to like people of trust like you, of course you'll be fine with a Ziploc baggie. But
Yeah, no,
to put it
100%.
out and promote it and sell it, then you need it. And then also I need to figure out the nutritional label aspect. Not even
Hmm.
the product label itself, like the company or whatever, but we need to put a nutritional label, and I
Yeah,
need to figure out if either I can find like a print company that will make it printed in like bunch. Like I have a couple actually here from the Live Pure, so like stickers. So then they print and you just put it in instead of printing the whole packaging like they do in bigger companies. So once we get to that point, then we can look into those. But that already has to do with like going to a manufacturer in company that does the whole packaging and labeling and printing and everything else together, and that's probably going to be a much bigger target.
oh yeah,
Price too.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So
But that's how everything starts. It'll be cool to watch, though. I mean, that's it will be a just a very unique thing. I mean, obviously, there's only a couple of those out there,
yeah,
and they're not. I'm sure that you could make them better.
I already did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't tried it, so hey, we're taking your word for it so far. But as
Hey,
long as
I
there's
have
not
never
chicken in
been.
it, I'm fine with
You
it.
know how they put the little dry pieces of like
It's gonna
blueberry or
be
cookies?
dry
I'll put
pieces of
chicken
chicken.
jerky.
Go get those fucking like dried dog treats that are like just dried, like
I'll
freeze
I'll
dried
just put
chicken.
like
Drop them
beef
in there.
jerky on it.
Ugh, fucking disgusting.
Coconut
Fucking
cream pie with
gross.
beef jerky.
Fucking gross. Good luck
Hey,
selling
I've
that.
started actually eating it on the side now because I'm fucking hungry and I need to slow down a little bit. So I had this smaller portion today. So I had chicken with cinnamon and mustard because I like that, and then the bowl of cream of rice with banana and almond butter. And I'm like,
What are your calories at right now?
my low days are I think like 3,300, and my high days are 39.
Boy, oh boy, to still be starving eating that much food. Mm,
Bro,
must be
I'm a
nice.
so fun thing. When I spoke with Dom about using red in the off season, he's like, I don't personally like it. And he mentioned the hunger, the appetite aspect. I'm like, even when I was with Matt and I had that, the like the food was so high that I was eating four toasts with my dinner, and that was the lowest carb meal, like the Dave's Killer Bread. Yeah, it was either that or two bagel or something like that. So a good amount of carbs. Of course, my body composition showed. But anyway, when I asked him, he said the appetite, and I'm like, I always were like I'm hungry ish, or I'm always down to eat. I was never at a point that I would be like, I cannot see food anymore, or it's too much on the day, or whatever. So I told him like even at a lower dose, I don't think the appetite will be an issue whatsoever, especially since I do my post meal walks. Like I'm walking at least 15 minutes. Like if I do it normally and I have nothing going on, I walk 15 minutes after every single meal, except meal one because I just came from cardio, right? But
Yeah,
meal two, three, four, five, 15 minutes every single time. So
yeah.
that alone will help me. So that's what got me into still try it. And then if Dom sees me like, yo, why are you so fucking lean? I'm like, well, I got news for you, buddy.
Started red.
I've been doing Reda for 3 months.
Be like,
No, but
okay, cool. I don't know
no,
what's wrong with
eventually,
me,
if it
honestly.
starts working good and I see good body compositions, I'll let him know. But I mean, it's pretty much like I said before, like my experiment. But yeah, it's I don't think the for this purpose, I don't think the appetite will be an issue whatsoever.
And it's
I'm
not going to be you say you're doing a pretty low dose, right?
not even at 1 milligram,
Yeah. So,
but that will probably increase it tomorrow or in the next few days to like 1.40 will come out by doing zero point 0.2 milligrams a day every day.
for me at this point, I really don't notice any. For me, it's not a big appetite suppressant thing. It's and maybe that's because my appetite is already not crazy, but it's more of I just care 0% about having anything that's not on my plate. Like there's no, I don't. I was already like this, but now I really only eat because I have to.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's not that I'm like that. That chicken and rice like went down very fast and very easily. But that's because I don't have 400 grams of rice with it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like cut in half. But I just don't see those or I don't have those appetite suppressant effects anymore. I only had that for the first couple days, or the first like 4 days. So I don't think it would be a huge problem even for like me in an off season necessarily, to a certain extent. If I'm like back to where I was like prior, like, you know, just a tad under 5K,
Maybe.
probably. Yeah. But it's going to be bad regardless at that point. Like, especially when I'm eating all whole foods, it's so fucking tough. And if I would have done a little bit more of like by the end of it, the last couple months, I was doing more, you know, rice cakes and fucking cream of rice,
I would
and
do cereal.
I was gonna say I did Rice Krispie cereal a little bit. Um, But if I would have done things like pasta, like the carbs is or the
Yeah,
protein is what was my real issue. Like 220 grams of protein with 5 meals a day
that's a lot.
kill was killing me, bro.
I don't think I've ever
Killing
been
me.
that high.
It wasn't for super long. He bumped it, I would say, in the last like few months, but um for the majority of the time I only had like one meal that was that high. The rest were like 150 to
Mm.
170, which is what I'm back down to now. But the protein is so like I think I might have an issue, maybe just like digesting that, or maybe I eat way too fast, or could be a multitude of things. But I feel like that is really where like the damage and appetite started to occur, was when my proteins got super high. And then I'm eating proteins that I'm just fucking sick of, like salmon. So sick of it, like so sick of it.
Yeah, and you also got to remember
Um,
you were eating multiple fatty protein meals too. So that also affects how slow you digest your food.
hmm
So
Yeah,
sometimes maybe like take some fats from those meals and lower it drastically and put more towards the end of the day, maybe stuff like that. I don't know,
and that's
but
probably what I will do. As you know, I mean, Justin likes to run fats a little high for a lot of people, and especially for me, like mine are really high. They were. Um, so I think like next go around, I'm probably going to try to keep those on the lower end.
mm,
I'm not. It worked fine for me, I think, outside of like digestion stuff or at least hunger stuff. But I'm not sure. I'm just not sure how much more benefit I'm getting from 90 grams of fat versus fucking 150. Like, I think I did
I mean, don't get me
I tracked.
wrong. I loved when I had 20 and I think 32 grams of almond butter in my meals, but man, that's a lot. I don't think my fats were always at that high any time.
I didn't even have almond butter. It was all ghee butter, meat sources that were fatty, and uh, extra virgin coconut oil. And then I cook all of my food in coconut oil as well. So there's those, not a ton, but
Trace ish.
added fats. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Well, we shall see, bro. We
yeah.
shall see. All right. That was almost an hour and 10. That was a good bodybuilding spoken podcast.
So it was,
Yeah, it
as
was good.
always.
All right.
Let
We
us
didn't
know if there's anything that you guys, as always, drop it in the comments, whatever, if you want any topics covered. I think next time we can do, maybe a question box or something again and get some targeted questions. But
Yeah, we should. Maybe I'll
yeah,
feel a little bit more alive by then
you'll
from the
still be off
caffeine.
caffeine.
Yeah, no, but at least I will get used to it.
We'll see.
It's the first days. But anyway, thank you all.
Sir,
Cheers.
like,
Peace
comment,
out.
subscribe. We out. Uh oh.